From the 1011 streaming studio, this is Star City Buzz.
Hi, everyone. Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio.
Got a frog in your throat. I should have done the intro
it's
from
a
one
whole-
desk to another. Now I'm here.
It's a whole toad. It's more than a frog. I swear I'm okay. It's just...
All of a sudden, yeah.
I know, there it is. But welcome in, everyone. Another edition of Star City Buzz. Again, letting you know kind of what's going on as we head into the weekend. Again, last weekend was first weekend of the year. It was kind of quiet, but things are going to be a little bit busier as we head into this weekend. Not to give anything away, anything you do this weekend you want to do inside.
Yeah. And fortunately, most of the events are inside. I honestly don't know too many. Besides, obviously, parking your car, getting out, and going to those places, that's probably the extent most of these will have.
Yes,
so.
yes. And one great place to do it will be at the Sand Hills Global Event Center, which kind of leads us off with our big event. Usually we kind of have one big event, and this one it's kind of three because there's expos galore happening this weekend at Sand Hills Global Event Center. Starting off with, again, you may have seen this advertisement on our live stream commercials, but the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo happening starting tomorrow through Sunday.
Yeah, so there will be hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear, accessories, equipment from top brands, and of course, plenty of mingling people to see. I think it's if you're under 15, 6 to 15, you get in for $6. 5 and under are free, and everyone else is $12.
$12, and it says, whether you're a seasoned hunter, fisherman, outdoorsman, or just starting out, this is going to have something for just about everyone. So good chance for those folks to kind of gear up for the season. I'm not a hunter, so I'm not sure when the seasons are and all the rest of that. But
and if you're a part of the military or a veteran, it's half price all weekend. And Friday special, they're having ladies half off all day.
There you go.
So there's that too. Or you could get a 3-day pass for $25. So
there you go.
Quite a few options.
So that's Expo number 1. Expo number 2 is going to be the Lincoln Women's Expo. And this is going to be happening Saturday from 10 to 5 and Sunday from 10 to 4, $5 to get in.
And so this event offers health and wellness information, chance for you to explore some products, talk with people, and if you're looking for inspiration for something, they've got that too.
Yep, $5 to get in, free parking. And again, should be a good time there. Do some shopping and some other stuff there as well. And then the last expo, and this is the one you're going to find me and my oldest son at, is the Husker Toy and Buckle Show. I believe this is the 39th annual, and what it says on their website: farm toys, agricultural memorabilia, semi-trucks, Hot Wheels, and more. We're going to be there specifically for the farm toys. This is going to be Saturday from 2 to 6. It's $10 to get in. And then Sunday, they have 7 to 9, $10. And then also from 9 to 3, they have $5 tickets. So the $10 tickets get you early access. Yeah.
Free parking as always over there at Sand Hills Global, but vendors from 7 states are going to be there, so there's going to be quite a few options of toys to collect, buy, see.
It's really unfortunate this didn't happen before Christmas.
Yeah,
because this would have been a one-stop shop for me to get all of my oldest son's stuff.
Or I mean, you could slip a few and then just try to remember that you have it and hide it somewhere, but
for Christmas 2025.
Yeah.
I'm not great at keeping secrets, so I would probably spoil it before we got there. But so again, a ton of stuff happening at Sand Hills Global Event Center this weekend. Again, wide range between hunting, agricultural toys, women's expo. So again, should be a good time there and a busy time. You'll see a lot of traffic over there on 84th Street. Yeah.
So get there early if you want a good parking spot and early access to some good stuff.
Other sort of multi-day events happening throughout the weekend, though, Danielle. Again, one we have touched on several times, but the scavenger hunt at Puzzling Adventures. It's going to be every day. I believe that's through the end of the month. But it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Again, through the weekend. Yes,
and then there are several Husker events happening throughout the weekend. We have the Nebraska Graduate Classic for track and field. Free admission. Field events start on Friday at noon, and then the running events will begin at 1:35. So they're highlighting the event for shot put for Exlena Johansson, because I think if you remember in the Olympics, she was competing. I don't know if she actually went, but she tried for the trials and made a good impression.
Should be again a good time there. Friday through Saturday, starting at noon, free admission. So again, that's just something you can do for free to get inside and not have to spend any time outside. Also, again, Bobby Gaduri going to be over at Art and Soul. Have live music every day from 6 to 8. Again, that's through the end of the month. Frank Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some Fly Me to the Moon and all that good stuff there.
Some
Classic
good
Frank
tunes.
Sinatra, yeah. And then you can hop on over to the Ta-Da Theater and see Let's Go to the Hop. That's going to be Friday and Saturday at 7:30. Danielle, you had written down fun-filled cabaret with tunes from the 50s and from the 60s.
Yeah, so another music opportunity, kind of similar to Bobby Gaduri there.
Mm-hmm. All good things happening throughout the weekend, specifically.
We should have done some unique New Yorks.
I know.
And ow, now, brown cow.
Or just, use my voice before we started so I could, clear out the gunk. I don't know. But specifically, as we head into the day on Friday, I think this will be a really fun event. We're going to visit the Corky Canvas a couple times here over the next few minutes, but they have their Creator's Choice Wood Workshop. I think we mentioned kind of something similar to this last weekend or last week. But again, all those sort of decorative pieces that you see a lot of people have on their front porch. Mm-hmm. This is kind of right up there.
And of course, it's not just doing art, but you also get a drink while you do it too.
You do.
So obviously, if you're an adult, you get a drink. But if you're not, you're there for the fun and to create a wooden board from scratch. They have over 200 designs to choose from. So fun opportunity there over at the Corky Canvas.
Yep, so that's going to be Friday at 6:30. You can head on over there. Other events happening on your Friday. Again, there's a couple of them. Let me see if I can get up here. I got a wrong thing clicked. I was doing something right before this, and so I forgot to do some stuff. But Friday, as always, you got to hit Prairie Pines Nature Reserve. They have their Fridays at Prairie Pines. That's going to be from 9 to 5 throughout the day. Again, it is going to be outside, so if you do go there, you want to bundle up. Again, may not feel like it right now, but it's going to get cold again this weekend.
Yeah. And then at 7, getting into the evening now, you can explore some modern calligraphy, kind of learn how to
That'd be fun.
Write that. They kind of mentioned in their little write-up wedding invitations, maybe learning how to write those. And you get a kit with a bunch of different stuff in it as well. And then over at the Bourbon Theater, doors open at 7, shows at 8 for Frankie Chiaro, BB Sledge, and Daybreak Escape.
That'll be, again, good show. Lots of things happening there Friday. Even further into Friday evening, 7:05 over at the Icebox, the Lincoln Stars taking on the Muskegon Lumberjacks. And then one event that I know there'll be a lot of folks at, Nebraska Wrestling, taken back to the mat. Coaches Challenge, 8 o'clock. They're taking on number 1 Penn State. So, again, that'll be another good crowd there, a raucous night as the Huskers trying to take down the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah, they just, recently upset Minnesota in the Huskers write-up. They said that the Nittany Lions have not lost a duel since January 31st of 2020.
That's
5 years without losing a duel is pretty crazy.
That's a lot. That's a long time.
Yeah, and the last time the Big Red took down Penn State was 2009. So
okay, so it's been...
Could be some history.
I was a freshman in college.
I was in high school. We're getting close.
Dating ourselves a little bit there. With our school years. That'll be on BTN too. Again, if you can't make it down to Devaney, that'll be on Big Ten Network to watch. An event on Saturday, you could see us as we jump from Friday into Saturday. That you, I think you might. I don't know if you'll see me. You'll definitely see my wife. You'll definitely see my youngest son, who's been asking to go ice skating for a long time now, and we've always been like, oh yeah, we'll go over to the Breslow Center. And then as we're putting this together, we find out that there's an event Saturday from 5 to 7, Skate Away the Stigma, over at the Breslow Center. This is an event that's put on by an organization. Oh gosh, where is their name? Where there's a will, where there's a way.
Yeah,
Where There's a Will Foundation.
So it's a mental health fundraiser.
Yes.
They'll have cosmic skating, food, raffles, and more. So just sounds like a good way to spend your Saturday evening. Yes,
and I believe, if I saw correctly, they have glow skating.
Yeah, cosmic skating.
Yeah. That's glow skating is what I saw. So that sounds... It could be dangerous for new skaters.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it should be a good time. And again, 2 birds, 1 stone for me because I get to take my youngest son ice skating, who's been asking to do it forever, and we get to support a good cause. So that should be a good time. Other events happening on Saturday, and we have more of these, and I bet I don't have the right button pressed here, Danielle. So really quick, we'll go whoop. There we go.
That's all right. You know, when you're doing run-throughs, things just happen.
They do.
It just happens, especially when we have so many graphics. 8 a.m. to noon, pistol matches for January at the Turpin Outdoor Education Center. I think this is an event you would have to register for, but I think they kind of do this monthly, so this is something to keep an eye out for. Maybe just get on your radar. If you're interested in things like this. At 9 a.m., you can either go to the Nebraska History Museum for Martin Luther King Jr. Day or over to Prairie Pines Nature Reserve for Saturdays over there. Although, as Bill's mentioned plenty of times, this is going to be a chilly one.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe that one got canceled.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything.
They keep things indoors-ish if they have that option. And then at 10 a.m., Snowflake Shuffle 2025. So this is a small-town shopping event. Several areas like Hickman, Roca, Bennett, Syracuse, they all have some boutiques that are participating in that.
Yeah, so if you're interested in that, again, you can check out our article at 1011now.com. It's going to have a link back to that page. Again, I think it's like a dozen or so those little small boutiques that are all participating in that. It looks like it should be a good time. Otherwise, also on Saturday, you have, again, a couple more Husker athletic events. You have swimming and diving taking on Illinois Senior Day. That's going to be starting at 11 o'clock at the Devaney Natatorium. You also, at the same time, have the Nebraska men's tennis team taking on Drake at the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center. That's 11 a.m. Over at the Turpin Outdoor Education Center, we got our tri-rifle and tri-archery going again. It's tri-rifle from 11 to noon, and then tri-archery from 1 to 2.
Yeah, so fun opportunity to learn there. And then getting into the afternoon, starting at 1, build a snowman craft with bingo over at Little Beans Play Cafe, just an area for young kids to hang out and explore some of their indoor climbing structures, slides, things like that. 2 p.m., Candyland painting class over at the Corky Canvas. 6:05, Lincoln Stars are taking on the Lumberjacks once again. And then at 7 is the Longhorn Partner Paint over at the Corky Canvas.
Busy over at the Corky Canvas. At 7 o'clock, doors at 7 o'clock, shows at 8, but they're having the January Jammin' Jamboree, a KZUM benefit. This is going to be over at the Bourbon Theater. This one I'm interested in, but the Parade of Planet Star Party, 7 to 11 p.m. So again, this is going to go late Saturday night. This is going to be out at Branched Oak Observatory. You have a conjunction that's currently happening, and so there's a lot of planets that we can see, but it's not just planets that they're going to be looking at. They're going to be looking at the Andromeda Galaxy and things that you can see. And so again, obviously you need it to be nice and dark to see all that. So again, that's why it's going to be so late. Again, also it's going to be cold out there, so again, make sure you're dressing warm.
And they mentioned arrive by 8:30 to catch Venus and Saturn before they set. So, you know, you're going to have an opportunity to see both of those, Jupiter, Mars, Uranus, Neptune. So a lot of our planets, pretty much all of them, are going to be available for you to view in the night sky.
And then rounding out Saturday at 7:30, you have Rent in concert at the Leeds Center for the Performing Arts. So again, that should be a good show. Rent, always a good show. We've talked a lot, Danielle, already about the Corky Canvas. And we're going to talk about it one more time, because we head into Sunday, who doesn't want to paint a furry cow?
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
The Snowy Highland cow. And so they're going to have their Snowy Highland painting class starting at noon on Sunday. And again, as you know, they got the wine glass there in their logo. So again, you can paint the cow while also, you know, having a glass of wine, having an adult beverage, and having a good time.
Yeah, I know JC, my brother's wife, would enjoy this because she loves cows, especially Highland
just big
cows.
dogs.
Yeah,
They're just big dogs.
That would be a good time for her. Maybe I'll bring that up. But they do have a newborn, so Cooper might take precedent there.
He does. Yeah, he probably would. That's fair. That's fair.
They can drop him off over with me, since this is in Lincoln.
There you go.
You know.
There you go. And so then also other events happening on Sunday. Again, early in the day. Again, I feel like this will be interesting. My wife, I might have to send her over to this. She's been really into trying to like make her own jewelry lately. So she's been like ordering gemstones off the internet. But from 11 to 5, the Lincoln Gem and Mineral Club presents the 2025 Midwinter Rock Swap. This is going to be over at the Lincoln Firefighters Reception Hall.
Yeah, so they all have fossils, jewelry, rocks, and minerals, and I think it's just like $5 to get in, but a lot to explore over there. And then this one, I was questioning when I wrote it down, sound bath at Neighbors Church, 12:30. I was curious about what a sound bath is, and they say it's a meditative experience where those in attendance are bathed in sound waves with obviously a bunch of different instruments creating beautiful melodies and things like that to help you drift away.
So it might be meditative. It might be overwhelming. You just have to go and find out.
Yeah, sound bath. What a unique way to name something, but man, does that get your attention.
It does.
From 1 to 3, you can go learn some square dance. Take some square dance lessons over at Lincoln Lively Square Dance Club. And then at 7, Drag Me to Game Night, a themed drag show over at Mana Games.
So yeah, plenty of things happening this weekend, Danielle. And again, like we said at the very beginning, if you're picking something to do, make sure you do it inside. Again, it's into the 50s today. Friday's not bad. It's 48, but it's going to get windy.
Yeah.
And, you know, as you're hitting Friday evening, it's going to cool off pretty quick. The cold front moves through. 12 Saturday morning, so if you're out early Saturday, cold. 22 Saturday afternoon, so we're going to lose about 30 degrees between right now and where we're going to be in about 48 hours. Also going to be breezy, so 22 is not going to feel like 22. It's probably going to feel more like 5.
Yeah,
something close to that.
The wind chill is something fierce.
Yeah, it's that. It wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't for the wind.
Yeah, type of time of the year.
And then 3 Sunday morning, 3, and 14 by Sunday afternoon, and again breezy again, so probably near zero, if not sub-zero wind chills through a good portion of Sunday morning and maybe into the early afternoon. So
if you need to go out and about, make sure you're putting on the fuzzy socks, the long johns, long sleeves, and really layering up there.
Yeah. And again, if you are out, you know, and temperatures are that cold, please, you know, be careful. Make sure and try and limit that time outside. Spend some time indoors, you know, trying to get warm. Don't need anyone getting hurt from exposure to the cold, especially this time of year.
Without any snow really on the ground, you know, there's not too much to be really doing outside. And that's kind of the hard part of this year is like, you know, I get bundled up because I don't want the wind, you know, making me cold when I'm walking from the car to wherever. But then once I get inside, I'm like, oh, man, it's so hot in here. We need to find a good medium.
for the 20 seconds between the door and the car, and then the car and wherever it is that you're going.
Yeah, and it's like you can't. That's not cool to run from places. People will be like, "What's wrong with her? Where is she going? You know, why are you running?" So. And
then you turn your heat on full blast in your car, and then you're just like, oh, you're shedding layers because you're hot.
Yeah. So. It's the miserable time of year, you know, the opposite of when it's that time of the fall where you're like cold in the morning and you're bundling up, but then by the afternoon you're like, oh, windows down, AC's up, and you're sweating, you're hot, you're wet. I
said it earlier, it's climatologically speaking the coldest stretch of the year, but we're almost through that.
Yeah.
Once you get to February, that average high slowly starts to go up. So 2 more weeks if we can get through it. But February also is climatologically our snowiest month of the year. So
yeah, and
will we trade the cold for the snow? Well, what do you think? What would you rather have? What we're going to have this weekend, or like snow, but it's 30 degrees?
Snow and 30 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah, because then it's got like this peaceful kind of like melancholy look outside. You're like, wow. And then if I do need to run to the store for anything, it's like, oh, it's only snowing. It's not that cold outside.
Just a little bit of snow.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Just a little. Because, you know, I think we had somebody email us saying that there's somewhere near a lake, I can't remember. They said there's a really steep part and it makes for really nice sledding.
Holmes Lake.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
I feel like that.
I grew up on that hill.
Well, maybe there was another one because I feel like I would have rememred Holmes Lake.
It looks a lot steeper now that I'm an old, out of shape adult than when I was younger. Anyways, we're rambling again, Danielle. So I'll be really excited to see the turnout at all the expos this weekend over at the Sand Hills Global Event Center. Again, looks like it's going to be some really good events out there.
And the Huskers, man. I mean, so many events happening over at Devaney and Sid Dillon. So.
And Husker basketball happening tonight. Men taking on Rutgers, 8:00 tip, I believe. So still have time to make it down there.
I believe you. 8:00. Yeah, I wrote down a couple of Thursday events, and 8 p.m.
All right.
That's why I'm wearing my red. Getting all fancied up here.
All right. Well, another one in the books, Danielle.
let's do it all again.
Do it all again next week.
Mark it all down, erase it all, and start collecting once
Hopefully
more.
do a little better job next week. I'll make sure to clear my throat before we start.
Yeah, maybe get you some tea or... Yeah, we'll do our Out Now Brown Cows. Promise.
All right. Well, appreciate everyone for tuning in. Another edition of the Star City Buzz. Again, make sure you tune into the 5 o'clock news here coming up in just a few minutes for all of your latest news, weather, headlines. And until next week, we'll see you next time. Hope everyone has a nice Thursday.
You've been listening to 1011 Star City Buzz. Watch, listen, stream on the 1011 Now app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.